How is this move playing out in Wisconsin at the moment, which is important state politically for Mr. Trump?
Right. Well, this groundbreaking at the Foxconn plant that eventually will employ, they project, as many as 13,000 people, came at a fortuitous time for Trump as he's getting a lot of flack from some of his fellow Republicans over the tariffs and then the retaliatory tariffs that affected Harley Davidson and is prompting the company to shift some operations overseas. There is not a lot of favorable opinion in Wisconsin on the tariffs based on recent polls there, and the president is trying to highlight the jobs instead that will be brought by his overall economic policy here at this Foxconn plant. There is still some skepticism about whether all those promises will be able to come true, but right now he's got a good message to counter some of the spillover effects from the tariffs.
Yeah, all this before this pretty crucial summit between President Trump and Vladimir Putin. And today we heard from the president seem to suggest he believes Russian denials of election meddling, Joe.
Right. This is similar to statements he's made in the past, saying, well, President Putin has denied it. He seems sincere. This really goes to something at the heart of his base and his domestic political sense. The Russian meddling investigation and accusations that Russia interfered with the 2016 campaign go to the heart of Trump feeling that those allegations delegitimize his election, and it seems to be very important for him to do that. He's also gearing up for this coming summit with Vladimir Putin after a meeting with NATO ministers, which is something that's liable to be a little bit fractious meeting. And he and Trump and his advisors are saying they want to reset relationship with Russia and sort of try to fix some of the bad things behind it. However, he has not yet publicly, at least publicly, addressed any idea that he'd confront Putin over the allegations of election interference.
You know, Joe, Republicans are cheered by the prospect of a Trump Supreme Court nomination. The president said he wants to get this done as quickly as possible. How is it going to help or hurt the party go into the congressional election? Supreme Court justices decide on so many different kinds of things.
Right, and this is a driving force for a significant part of the Republican voters out in the country. That they have. There are many lawmakers in the Senate and the House, as well as some voters out there who are really willing to forgive the president quite a bit, just so they can get the Supreme Court nominees that they want, which is to push the conservatives, push the court in a more conservative direction. So this is a motivator for them, but it's also a major motivator for Democratic voters who have also see the Supreme Court as a big threat as well. The Democrats are highlighting the possibility that they could overturn Obamacare protections for requiring insurers not to reject you for pre-existing conditions. And of course, the right of women to seek an abortion also could be on the line with this Supreme Court pick. And so on both sides, there's a real way to energize their base, and it's going to be going all the way through the fall until the court nominee is in place, and probably after that.